Okay, so this is an exercise called Steal Your Dog, and I learned it from Jay Jack of Next Level Dogs and GRC Dog Sports. So the intention behind this exercise is to teach the dog that what might look more interesting is not actually available to them. And so they can start to resist temptation actively on their own without interference or micromanagement from the person. So in this video, you will see my personal dog, Sky, who has an SR1 title, who I've worked with Jay a lot with. And she is playing tug with me with her second favorite toy. In the video, you will see some people try to steal her from me while I'm playing tug. One person has a plastic bag full of kibble that she's shaking around. One person has her first favorite toy, which is the squeaker toy. That is her jackpot toy. So when she does something incredibly well, that is the toy that she gets as a reward in other contexts. One person has really high value food, and one person is offering a game of tug with a toy that is exactly the same as the one that she is playing with me with. So you will see her start to get a little distracted. And one time I corrected her verbally. I said, which is her non-reward marker. There's no stress associated with my non-reward marker. It's just, hey, that door's locked, or that's not available to you right now. It is not a punishment marker for me, just for clarification. And then the second time, I believe she will correct herself without input from me. So this is a pretty high level version of the Steal Your Dog exercise. I just want to show you what it can look like. And then after the video, we'll talk about how you can use this in everyday training. Ready? No. Yes. No. So now that you've seen that, let's talk very briefly about how you can use this in daily life. So for me, I spend a lot of time proofing my games up front. So with this exercise, I might get to this level with a dog before I even ask for any obedience behaviors. So for example, with a reactive dog, I would get to this level before I ever exposed them to another dog that might distract them from the task at hand of loose leash walking or whatever. So I proof my games before I start to proof my obedience. So with this skill, the skill of actively resisting temptation, if you proof it in a game first, it can easily translate into obedience. So with this particular exercise, like say with a reactive dog, that's just an example. You can use this for a bunch of different dogs, and every dog can benefit from this exercise. But for example, with a reactive dog, if I can get my reactive dog, to ignore temptations and distractions and noises and everything and persist through those to continue the game, I can now transfer that proofing that I've done to an obedience position like heel or look or down or whatever. So I can proof my obedience without ever actually doing obedience. So by the time that I actually start obedience, it's already been proofed. Hope that makes sense.